Barbara Stern, 808 East Las Olas Boulevard, Suite 102, Fort Lauderdale, 33301. Good afternoon. My name is Barbara Stern, attorney for the Fort Lauderdale FOP Lodge 31, and the brave men and women who protect and serve our great city. I'd like to acknowledge some of the union members who are here today and ask that they stand. Vice Mayor Perkins, as an elected official, you are not above the law. And yet that is exactly how you behaved when you came through our city on April 6, 2022. As it's been publicized, officers Nabhan and Matthias lawfully pulled you over for speeding well above the posted speed limit in that area, clocked as high as 60 miles an hour. Your behavior following that stop was deplorable and unbecoming of an elected official. After the officers exited their vehicles, you pulled forward, leaving the impression that you were about to flee the stop, leaving the officers with no choice but to tell you to put your hands outside the window, not once, but twice. Based upon your conduct, Officer Nabhan had to address you in a professional manner, and while he was running your license check, Officer Matthias stood by. You made a point of asking him his name and told him, in an attempt to intimidate him as it was perceived, that you had high-ranking BSO officials programmed on speed dial in your phone. When Officer Nabhan returned to advise you that just a warning was going to be issued, you were not gracious, you were not apologetic. You were rude, unprofessional, and disrespectful. You treated them with lack of respect, even though they had just treated you with professionalism and courtesy. You asked Officer Nabhan for his name and proceeded to tell him you were the Vice Mayor, Beverly Perkins, of Pompano Beach, as if that allowed you to break the law in our city. You then proceeded to use profanity and tell them that they needed to find something better to do with their time, showing your lack of respect for law enforcement and traffic safety. As an elected official, you were held to a higher standard to uphold public trust and respect the law. You broke that trust that day when you threw around your name and your ties to BSO. Although you have apologized today, day late, dollar short. You owe our law enforcement officers and all law enforcement officers an apology. As an elected official who believes that they're above the law, you do not deserve to be in office or hold the title of Vice Mayor. We hope that the city of Pompano Beach takes appropriate action.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to have to clear the chambers and call people in from the lobby. So please, keep your comments to yourself. Let the speakers speak, or you will be escorted out to the lobby. Thank you. Go ahead.
That day, you did attempt to abuse your power. But in the interim, I encourage you to call that high-ranking member from BSO and ask to go on a ride-along so that you can appreciate the risks that our members of law enforcement face every day protecting you in this great city of Pompano Beach. Thank you.
Thank you.